Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be a busy one. I'm going to be working on both the pickup and the 4Runner. In the 4Runner, I'm going to be finishing up the sound deadening, and in the pickup, I'm going to be getting it ready for new flooring. And any leftover sound deadening from the 4Runner is going to go on the pickup. In the previous two videos of this 4Runner, I tore out the entire interior and laid down all this sound deadening mat throughout the whole truck. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll go ahead and put them in the description below. But today, I'm going to be installing this Noico sound deadening foam, which goes on top of the mat. It's a little bit thicker, as you can see there, and it's supposed to be a heat and cold barrier. So essentially, it's just insulation. And I don't think you're supposed to put that down by itself. So if this is a project you're thinking about doing, you are supposed to put down the sound deadening mat first, and then the foam. So this stuff looks like this when it's installed. I did a little bit off camera. Looks pretty clean. The only problem I see with it is it does like scratch and mar really easily. So if I barely do that, you can see that now we have, a little bit of damage, I guess, to the mat. So I don't know if I'm going to put it in the back of the truck. I might just keep it in this front section here. This is the area that gets hot anyway. And if I ever am brave enough to take this headliner out, maybe I'll do it up there too.
Same thing as last time, I'm just cleaning up the floor before I lay down the foam. A quick vacuum and wipe down should be good here. If you haven't seen the previous videos on this 4Runner, you gotta see how dirty this thing was and how far it's come since then. Now I'm just figuring out the best way to lay the foam down. Of course, this is going to be different for every vehicle, but for the most part, you just eyeball it and cut it to fit when necessary. This stuff is much easier to install than the first layer.
Alright guys, just finished up installing all of this foam. It lays down really easy. You don't have to roll it on like the mat, you just kind of press it on and it sticks. It has a really sticky backing that makes this a lot easier to install. Another thing that I like about it is that it matches the interior paint in my truck, so this looks a lot better than the chrome we had going on back there. As I mentioned before, I don't know if I'm going to put any in the back of the truck because if I use this as a truck, it's going to destroy the foam. It'll probably destroy the mat that's there right now too, if we're being honest. So if you guys have any ideas about what to lay down back there to prevent that from getting destroyed, let me know. Maybe some heavy duty liner or something. But anyway, that's going to be it for the 4Runner. Now moving on to the pickup. So, oh, by the way, look at this awesome tailgate I got the other day at the junkyard. They were having a body sale too, so it was only $25. Gonna put this up in the garage or make some sort of art piece out of it. I think this thing is super cool. Anyway, onto the pickup. I'm just going to be removing the entire interior out of here, getting it ready for a vinyl flooring kit that I bought. And if you're wondering why I'm putting in the flooring when the carpet seems to be fine, it's because I wanted to put vinyl flooring in the 4Runner, but I've never done it before and I didn't want to mess up. So I'm kind of using this as a testing ground. So we're just going to rip out the entire interior, install any leftover sound deadening that I have from the 4Runner into the pickup. And another thing that I might do is I might tear out this headliner because as you can see, it's already messed up and it gets pretty hot in here in the summer because all the heat just penetrates right through the roof right there. So, gonna get started on this.
Removing the interior in the pickup is a lot easier than the 4Runner. Basically, I just need to take both seats out, remove the kick panels, and pull the carpet out from under the scuff plates. Yes, I just learned those are called scuff plates right now too, but I'm talking about the little plastic trim pieces that are by the door sill on the floor. That's all that's really holding the carpet in.
It's crazy how much faster the interior of this pickup comes out than the 4Runner. Of course, it's a lot smaller of a vehicle, so there's a lot less to remove, but 5 minutes and the whole thing was out. So as you guys can see, the entire interior of this truck is already laid down with the kilmat. It doesn't have any of the factory sound deadening under this sound deadening, so this area actually gets really hot when you're driving it. So as I said earlier in the video, I'm gonna lay down some of that foam right here, and then I'm going to take out the headliner and lay down mat and foam up there as well.
Same thing here that we just did in the 4Runner, just cut the pieces to fit if you need to and press them down.
I just finished laying down all that mat in the front of my pickup, and I think we have just enough left to do the roof. So the headliner is actually held in under the trim in quite a few areas, under the door sills here, under the back window, under the map light, and under the front window trim. And it's tucked behind those, what is that, an A-pillar? It's tucked behind there as well. So this kind of makes me cringe what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna just pull it down right here. And then honestly, since it's already all ruined, I'm just gonna cut it out with a razor blade, lay down the sound deadening mat where I can get it, and then order a new headliner in the future. This feels wrong. This feels like I'm doing something. I feel like I'm violating the truck, but it has to happen. All right, the headliner is out. All the stuff up there that looks like rust is not. It's just glue that held the insulation to the roof. I kind of felt bad the whole time I was cutting that thing out of there, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna take out the trim pieces and the back window and everything just to get the headliner out that was already torn. So I kind of feel like cutting it might have been the best way. So I'm just gonna put the sound deadening mat up there now, and then after that we'll lay down the foam.
Putting this mat on the roof was definitely the worst part of the process. It's kind of like painting ceilings in your house. It's just incredibly uncomfortable the whole time. But the payoff here was huge. Listen to the difference.
One sheet already sounds that good. Alright, as you guys can tell, it's getting dark outside, but I finally finished the roof, laid down the sound deadening mat and the foam. Got pretty good coverage up there. I used every last bit of the leftovers that I had from the 4Runner, and I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for following along on both the 4Runner and the pickup. We got a bunch done on both of the trucks today. The sound deadening in the 4Runner is finally complete. We can move forward and start installing the flooring and restoring the panels and everything else. So if you guys enjoyed this content, please feel free to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.